My name is Melissa Sanchez, and I'm Administrative Assistant for Public Citizen, our Texas office. And the title's Administrative Assistant, but I wear very many hats. I organize lobby visits for SMITty. I go down to San Antonio and work with the community there. I speak Spanish, so a lot of times they put me in front of the camera for the Spanish media to regurgitate whatever it is that we've told the English media as well, so that everybody can be informed. So currently, I'm actually working on putting together some trainings for our staff here at Public Citizen on how to put on a campaign and organize a campaign, and basically streamline our goals and our strategies to get to that, and also a separate training on communications and how to work better with one another, as well as the various organizations and allies that we work with on a day-to-day basis.
Mm-hmm.
I went to college in Oberlin, Ohio, to Oberlin College, which is really, really old college that has a very kind of progressive history in the United States. They were the first school to accept women and the first school to accept African American students as well. My major was Comparative American Studies and a minor in theater, as you can see from all the hand gestures. Energy advocacy is important because, kind of touching on what I've said already with all the other stuff that I've worked on, is that it affects everyone. It affects everybody from the person working to put out the energy to the person working so that they can receive the energy. And I think some people already are obviously on board with that, but I think there's different ways to frame it for different communities, and I don't think that we're quite there yet on, we kind of accept it as like well, of course it affects everybody, but there's different ways to pitch it to different communities and really show them how exactly it affects them personally, because it's this big kind of, energy is this kind of like big monster of a thing in this country, and it could be, a talk on energy could easily go into a talk on oil and the wars, or it could easily go into kind of a more positive spin, like, wind power in West Texas and solar in California and stuff like that. And so it could go in so many different directions that it's really important to understand who you're talking to, and who you're trying to get to support your cause, and really understanding that community first and being able to pitch it to them in a way that shows them personally, oh, this is how it affects me. And so this is why I should care about it, and this is why I should care about it for my children and my neighbors and my family, etc. But I think the people that are aggressively opposed to climate change, I think a lot of it comes from, one part is industry, and obviously coal makes money, oil makes money, all these dirty fuels that we burn, it's making money for somebody. It might not be making money for the person that's paying the bill every month, paying their light bill every month, but it's making money for the person that, founded the company or inherited it from somebody. But then you have kind of I think there's another group of people, not necessarily affiliated with the industry, that see it as, if I accept climate change, it means that I accept some hippie agenda kind of progressive thing, and that's not me. And when in reality, it's why the work that we do here at Public Citizen is important, because we're not trying to just reach out to Democrats or to the leftists. We're trying to reach out to, in particular this office, the citizens of Texas. And citizens of Texas are liberal, Democratic, Republican, some of them are even libertarian, and reaching out to them and explaining and in turn giving them the space to explain why their energy issues are important to their policymakers is the goal, really, is to be an advocate, but then at the end of the day, to give them the resources and the power and the know-how to speak up for themselves. My favorite movie would have to be, I think my favorite movie would have to be a Disney movie, Bambi. And it's not just the environmental, I love nature person in me, but my father watched Bambi a lot when I was a kid, and he did it because he really likes it too. He will admit it, and it makes him cry and stuff when Bambi's mom dies. But it's like a shared memory with my father, and so I really enjoy it. But at the same time, it helped him learn English. And he talks about that now when he's talking to his friends now that are just coming over, from Mexico, or that predominantly only speak Spanish, and they're like, I don't know how to pick it up, and he's like, watch movies, he's like, watch Bambi, and that's the first thing that comes, watch Bambi. And I've been here for a year and a bunch of months now, and it's been really great. It's my 4th job out of college. Lots of turnover in my younger years, straight out of college, figuring out what I want to do and what place works for me and what place doesn't. So I'm really happy that I found a place that definitely works for me, and I feel appreciated, and I appreciate it for itself. A shout out to all my interns. You guys are great. I think I'm on like my 3rd round of interns, so I'm still in the honeymoon phase with you all. I'm still really excited to be heading the program, and I think I will be in the future. But it's been really great to be able to work with students again, because so much of my early work was working with students, or at least working with young people that were straight out of college and things like that.